Hello, hello, hello. I watched the Avengers, Age of Ultron, last Monday, and it was amazing. It was a great film. I highly recommend it. And I gotta say, it was everything that I expected to see from all these trailers and all this stuff I've been reading about and all these things I've been seeing from the photos. It was just a great, awesome film. A lot of great visuals. The film starts really running. You just see all the Avengers together in an awesome fight, and it's just mind-blowing. My personal favorite thing about the film was Vision. From the first time I've heard that Vision was gonna be part of this ensemble, second ensemble of the Avengers, obviously I had my I didn't have doubts. I was curious to see how they're gonna sort of rationalize the Vision, also visually and in terms of the story, and I wanted to basically see within the film. I was very curious to see and was looking forward to see how that will actually happen. What I have to say is that they did it masterfully. It's really good, and really, in my opinion, Paul Bettany did an amazing job as the Vision. In terms of the character, it's sort of like a mesh between, it's like Captain Manhattan from The Watchmen and Superman come together and as a character and creating Vision. Vision is really well done, and potentially the whole sense that I got from the film is that actually Vision could be the most powerful of all the Avengers in the future, if he's not already the most powerful. And there is also an element of intellect higher than anybody else, and the pure good nature at heart, being that is. It was just great. I liked the little details that they're bringing into the character, with some small stuff that they do. I don't want to give those away, and it was just really good. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. You know, I just feel that as everybody else said, I would really like to see a bit more development for on the main villain, Ultron, who actually I see the issue with a lot of people that you see the Ultron in the beginning being this puppet, and then immediately after he breaks away from the Avengers, you see the full final robot. Minor thing, but you know, that is not a big thing, because obviously there must be like a rule within Marvel, wanting all their films to be 2.5 hours maximum. They don't want to go onto the 3-hour film time for probably commercial reasons. So you know, bear in mind that thing, that sort of set of rule. You know, the way they put the film together, great. That's probably the reason why We didn't get any more information about the Baron in the beginning, of the film. The baddie who has the hokey pokey stick, which we see at the end in the after credits scene from Captain America: The Winter Soldier. That character, that body in the beginning of the film is not that well developed, and when I was watching the Captain America: The Winter Soldier, I was so I saw the after credits scene, and it was so cool seeing the twins, seeing this body, the Hydra commander, with the Loki staff, and actually it looked like the way G.I. Joe film should have been, from the Cobra side, at least. Now, that character, unfortunately, I was looking forward to see a bit more in the Avengers Age of Ultron, but I didn't. He was not really touched upon. He was used more like a device to reintroduce all the characters. Like it's like watching an Indiana Jones film. When every Indiana Jones film starts, the audience gets into an adventure that we haven't got the chance to see from the beginning, but we are gonna see the end of it. The resolution, if you will, with a big stand, with a big standoff. Excuse me. And you see that that bit at the end, the juicy bit. That's how that character was treated in the Avengers, because Age of Ultron. Because when you start watching the film, it's basically watching the end of a film that you didn't get a chance to see from the beginning, which is a cool device to be introduced with the characters, and to see to get a real to hit it off running in a film. But unfortunately for that character was not developed. But those are minor things. I think the film overall is great. I think it was an amazing second Avengers film, and I'm really sad hearing about the fans being really critical on Joss Whedon, and making him leave Twitter. Also, I think that it's really sad that Joss Whedon burns bridges with Marvel with his comments. He would have been an asset for staying in Marvel, even as a consultant for future films, because definitely he sets a great tone and a great foundation for the future of the Marvel superhero characters and the Marvel films. It's also we see gradually, I might add, a evolution within Marvel. Now we move into the more fantastic aspect of the characters. We started the Avengers film with a really rational approach, with Tony Stark, technology, becoming a superhero through the technology and developing technology, and now we reached a period within the Marvel universe that we've got introduced to the Vision. We're waiting for AntMan, and now obviously we had Guardians of the Galaxy, but I'm not talking about that because that's at the moment in another world far away. It's not part of the Avengers. But no, now we got introduced slowly. The first big step in terms of the fantastic and the unreal obviously was Thor, and now we're in a position where we have the Vision, we're gonna have Ant-Man, and it's gonna be great, because the next step for that obviously is Doctor Strange, which a lot of people are looking forward to, and so we're gonna get great, fantastic characters, not so much characters that they're based in reality, closer to reality anyway, like Iron Man and Captain America. So it's great. I mean, it was an amazing film, and I really highly recommend it to everybody. So I can say that it's definitely an experience. One last thing I want to add, and it's about Joss Whedon camera work. In first Avengers film, when at the end of the third at the third act of the film, when the team came together fighting the alien Chitauri in New York, you could see he was using that technique where you were in one Avengers, you could see Hawkeye throwing his arrow, and then Black Widow would pass behind, and then the camera would follow Black Widow, and then Widow would land on the street where it was Captain America and Iron Man fighting, and then you would be with Iron Man and Captain America, and then Thor would come, and then you would go, the camera would follow Thor. So this was the way he was showing the fights between the multiple Avengers in the first film. Now, once the film starts, and there is a big spoilers again, the big attack of the Avengers to the Baron's secret hideout in that bogus Eastern European country, which doesn't exist, obviously, and that's why I said it's bogus. What is cool is that at this time, the way camera moves is not as linear as the first Avengers. Basically, you see all the Avengers together, and this, you know, famous shot with Hulk and all the Avengers in line, which is iconic and it's great. But then you see all the Avengers coming together, and you see fragments of it because the camera goes with them, but sort of like next to them, and you feel that you are actually next to the Avengers fighting with them, or that you're within the battlefield, and you see in one side with the edge of your eye you see Thor, and then with the edge of your other side you see Iron Man, and sometimes the camera moves. And I mean, at least that is the idea that I got in my head. I've watched the film only one time. I think it's one thing I have to say is I feel that films like that, so epic and so huge, you need to watch them 2 or 3 times, at least 2 times, just to make sure that your mind processed everything the way you saw them. Because sometimes you see something and you realize it's somewhere different, and then you think about it and you perceive it differently. But from the first time I've seen the film, I thought that that's how it happened, and it was great. Now, just a little thing I wanted to add at the end. Thank you for watching. This is Jordan signing out. I hope you enjoyed the film, and please write me below and tell me what you thought about the film. Tell me what you think about this first experimental try, if you will. Thank you for watching. Bye. Armor being already developed